Korowai te Kiwi sat staring sadly into the stream. Something was wrong, but he just couldn't think what it could be.
Hi, Korowai. How are you feeling today? Not very well, Dan. Dear, why? You were very happy last week. I know, but something's wrong. I just don't know what it is. Oh, let's see. What have you been eating lately? Do I have to tell you? Well, maybe it's what you've been eating that's making you feel bad. Okay. I've been a little bit naughty. I pinched some of those lollies that your grandchildren left on the picnic table. And that fizzy drink was really nice when I tried some of it. Korowai, that's not kiwi food. You need some worms and maybe a couple of slugs with your fruit. Wow, bugs. Just what every kiwi wants. Thanks, Dan. What about all that tasty stuff that kids get to eat? Yes, but kids have to be careful how much of that stuff they eat too, Korowai. I'm thinking that you may need to eat a little differently. It's really important that you get the right things. If you don't put the right kinds of things in your body, well, you're bound to get sick. I'll go and see to it right now. Ew, how would you like to eat bugs? Well, I know I'm a bird and all that, but I like to eat tasty stuff too. I know you like vegetables and fruit, just like me. And when I ate too many of those potato chips, I got a tummy ache. Guess I'd better have some of this apple and pear to make me feel better. Now how are you feeling, Korowai? No better after those yucky bugs, Dan. Can't I have some jelly beans? They look like hoo-hoo grubs, don't they? Only they're beautiful colours. No, Korowai. Stick with kiwi food. Now let's see. What about exercise? That helps us feel a lot better. What have you been doing lately? Watching the animals and keeping out of the way of that silly cat. He keeps staring at me. I think he looks like he thinks I'd make a tasty feed. Well, you sound a little happier at least. I love to have fun, Dan. And I have been getting some good exercise. But I still don't feel like I should. Something's wrong. Not food or exercise? I know. We need to change your kiwi house around a little. A change is as good as a holiday. What would you like to move around here? Well, I would like my bed at the other end, away from the waterfall. When I go to sleep, I get splashed and wake up all wet. Good as done, Korowai. We'll find a bed for you under the tree stump or in the long grass away from the stream. Now, Korowai, how's the new place for your nest? I'm feeling worse than ever, Dan. I'm really down. You must be sick, Korowai. I'm going to get the professor to have a look at you. He's a very clever doctor and scientist. He'll be able to find out what's the matter with you.
Well, the professor poked and pushed the little kiwi in every spot he could find. He listened with his stethoscope and took his temperature.
Well, no temperature reading from that hard little beak. We will have to take it from down here. Wah! Not up there. Well, I have studied Korowai Kiwi and found nothing wrong with him. He's a very fit and healthy bird. Did you check his beak? Yeah. And his eyes and his head, then I could get his hat off. What about his throat? Did you check his throat? Yeah. That was the first place I looked. And his tummy, and his rings, and his feet. Dear. I wonder what could be wrong.
They both seemed to come up with the answer that same night.
Korowai, there can only be one thing left. Yeah, I know what it is. I'm lonely. Yes, lonely for your own kind. And I've had a great idea. I'll go out and trap some birds and bring them. No, wait, Dan. You can't do that. I was born among humans, but birds that were born in the wild, they would be very unhappy in cages. I will have to go out there, into the bush, and find some friends.
No way, Korowai. You have no idea how dangerous it is out there. You could get hurt or even killed. And, well, I'd really miss you.
But Dan,
No, don't even go there, Korowai. I'll try and think of something else. I'll see you later.
Wait a minute. I know what I'll do. He goes to bed when the sun goes down. That's when most Kiwis get up. I'll just take off and see who I can find while he's fast asleep.
Well, things didn't go quite the way Korowai Te Kiwi expected. Crossing the road the first night was almost the end of him. Then he crossed the path of a very angry dog out on the prowl that night, who thought he would use his beak as a toothpick. He nearly broke his beak trying to find worms in a concrete footpath. And when the sun came up, he nearly got turned into a Kiwi burger by Weird William. Korowai Te Kiwi ran home as fast as his little stumpy legs would carry him.
I've been thinking, Korowai. You were right. I know that if you love someone, you should set them free.
No, it's all right, Dan. I'll stay right here and be very happy, thank you.
Wait a minute. I thought you were unhappy here. Why the change of mind?
Well, I went through a bit of the look-see last night, Dan.
You what? Korowai, what happened?
I tried to get across that road that you said to stay away from, and the neighbor's dog nearly had me for supper. Weird William, that big kid from up the road, thought I'd make a good Kiwi burger.
I told you it was dangerous out there. You went to all the wrong places. But if you're going to grow up, you'll have to learn some things in the real bush. I'll teach you about crossing roads and how to stay away from strangers. Then you could go into the real bush and meet some new friends. But you have to promise me one thing.
What's that, Dan?
Whenever you have an adventure, we'll meet back here, and you can tell me all about it.
Sure, Dan. That sounds great.
So that's what happened. Dan taught Korowai Te Kiwi to look both ways before crossing the road. And how to stay away from strangers, both animal and human. How to find the best worms and hoo-hoo grubs, and that it's really important to stay warm and dry in the bush. And true to his word, Korowai Te Kiwi would come and talk to Dan about all of his many adventures, like the day he met Toa Te Takahe and the Taniwha. Oh, but that's another story for another day.